it's Maria again, and I'm back here to make an easel card like I promised last time. I said that I would make a card or a t-shirt. Well, anyway, it turned out to be a card. This is an easel card, and I'm so excited to share this with you because this is a hunky-dory product. They are out of England, and I just love what they have. They have so many nice toppers, beautiful paper, and it's just so lovely to work with them. And a reminder, I don't get paid because I'm not sponsored by anybody. I'm just doing my passion. But I wanted to show you some of the coordinating things that came with this. I mean, this is lovely. I went ahead and I put a ribbon because I am going to use this tag in one of my cards. But they have such beautiful tags, and they have such beautiful paper as well. Vellum paper that's already printed, and everything coordinates. So let's get started. I've already cut out most of everything that I need, and I just want to share this project with you. So for this one, I decided, excuse my little tape and all these things, I decided to use the vellum paper. I didn't use the vellum paper on that other one, but I am using the vellum paper for this one. And also, I want to let you know that they have real cool dimension tape. I just love it. Love. I love it because you can get it in pieces, you can get it in strips, and it comes, they have a whole package of them already for you. So for my card, let me put everything aside here. The first thing that I want to do is let you know what I've cut. I'm making my card, and it's going to be a 6x6 card because I can go ahead and make the envelope with one of those envelope makers, or you can cut your envelopes with your Silhouette or Cricut. So what I did in order to make the easel, I went ahead and I cut a card. I had a 12x12 paper, and I cut it down the center so that I can get 6 inches, and I folded it. I went ahead and I scored it in the center, and then I folded it again and I scored it as well. Scored it and then folded. Yeah, Maria, you get that right. Anyway, that will make your easel for your card. So when you're done making your topper, that's where it will go. Pretty cool, huh? Anyhow, I like to make my topper first and then work on my easel, which is what I'm going to do. I've already gone ahead and cut out my paper. I wanted to use a vellum because the vellum gives it a little bit of dimension, but I also liked how the green kind of showed off a little bit on this paper. So here I had already put my tape on here, my double-sided tape. And your double-sided tape you can get at Michael's, you can get at any of your craft stores. I believe I got mine there. I have a little bit of tape here that I need to cut off. Anyhow, go ahead and place it. Now, some people like to use, instead of the double tape, you can use a wet glue, a wet craft glue. And I think the reason is because they can float the tape on here a little bit better. Okay, Maria, you and this paper, we're not doing too hot today. I want to make sure that I get my edges as straight as I can so that I can get it there on the paper. And we're not doing so good here. Yeah, don't you love it? When I made that first card, I was really booking and I was really doing well. I'm making this card and I'm doing it on video, and guess what? My paper doesn't want to cooperate. So that's okay. You know, one of the things about doing crafts is that you have to be so forgiving of yourself and of the project that you're making. You know, there are times when I want to throw things out or throw things at people. However, I understand that it's frowned upon, so I wouldn't suggest it. Still not where I want it to be. And yeah, I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, so yeah, sometimes that gets in the way. You know, I'm going to get it this time, one way or the other. Because I refuse to throw things out. What in the world? Wow. I bet you if I wasn't taping this, it would go on there perfectly. Here we go. Somewhat. Okay. Let's get this going. I went ahead and I also cut out, I like the way that this looks better this side. I went ahead and I cut out another piece of paper that I wanted to put on here, so kind of like a frame. And I'm going to go ahead and use my double-sided tape on this. I love using double-sided tape. I actually have like a tape runner, and ironically, I can't find any of the tape for it. It was a Recollections tape runner from Michael's, and they don't have any of the tape ever at the store. And funny enough, I went to one of the stores and I told them that I needed this tape runner, and they said to me, they said, "Oh, we don't carry that." "Where did you get it?" Your store?" I said, "It's on your website. Do you ever carry it in the store? Because you carry that tape. You carry the tape runner, whatchamajiggy." Yeah, because the dispenser. Okay, so I do have, sometimes I cheat and I use my my mat here to work with it. Now for this, I decided that I think that I want a little bit of dimension with what I'm doing. The other card, I didn't have any dimension right on the card, but I think here I do want a little bit of dimension. So I'm going to use this Hunky Dory tape. The 3D or the dimension tape, and I thought I love it because I just have to, it was a long strip, so all I have to do is just cut it. And I need nails. Used to have nails before stress. I don't know if a lot of you know my story of the back surgeries. I've had 6 back surgeries, and I have a heck of a time with it. Last night was a pretty rough night. For some reason, I just could not. I also have neuropathy, and it is due to the failed back surgeries. I'm sorry, I'm doing this again. It just didn't seem straight to me, and I want to make sure that it is straight, since this is one of the ones that I'm going to be putting on the website. So I had somewhat of a tough night last night. There was no way of getting comfortable last night. So since this is going to be one of those cards that's going to be for a friend, I thought, you know, I want to do something that's a little bit different. If you guys don't know, my favorite flower is the sunflower. I just love the sunflowers. And I went to a sunflower field not long ago. They have one here in Alabama where I live. It was just awesome. I felt like I was kind of like in heaven. It was pretty awesome. And I got to take some photos, which I need to edit. Okay. So for this one, since I have a little bit of dimension here, I'm going to go ahead and put a bigger, so it's going to sit up a little bit, not too much higher, but just a little bit higher here. So you can see I just went ahead and I just put my triangle square on here. And I'm not one of these people that loves like straight things. You know, it probably would look pretty, but I like things that are angled. So I'm going to go ahead and angle that. Okay, so that's my topper. I'm not going to put, yes, I am going to put something else. Mind me when I say I'm not going to do something. I want to go ahead and put some gems on here. I just think it gives it just a little bit of something. I'm not certain if it's pizzazz, but I just kind of like the way that looks. I did it with the other card, and I really did like the way that it looked. If I would have had a little bit of, if I would have had some brown ones, I probably would have put some there, but that's okay. So that's my topper, and that's going to go just like this on my card, my easel. So I'm going to work on the easel now. So I decided to bring in a little bit of the vellum on here as well. I thought it would bring it a little bit more of cohesiveness. So I went ahead and I've already put my double-sided tape on here. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on here, not quite all the way to the end. And I intentionally went ahead and I did cut it so that I would have somewhat of a frame around it. And I'll show you what I'm talking about as soon as I could get this on here. Yeah, okay. So it looks a little bit like there's something around it and things like that. So I'm going to go ahead, and I was trying to figure out how I wanted to do this. If I wanted to put that there, or if I wanted to give it a little bit more dimension. So I decided that even though I had put some tape down here, that I really wanted it with more dimension, and I'll show you why. My sunflower tag over here has quite a bit of green. So I wanted to make it as such so that it would be floating above the this tag, since this also has green and my card background is green, so it's quite a bit of green, a lot of green there. So I wanted to do that. I wanted to kind of bring some colors. Here I go again with the nails. Oh my gosh, for the next video, if I make cards for the next video, I'm going to have to get some nails. Yep, here we go. And okay, And as not to let anything go to waste, I'm going to go ahead and put that there. So let's go ahead and put these on here. Okay. I need this to go up a little bit further because remember, this is, I forgot to tell you that this is going to be the portion that's going to be holding my card, so it doesn't go, off the, so that it is an easel. So I need it to be up a little bit higher. Okay, there's my first portion. Now I'm going to go ahead, and I love this saying, sunflowers, a symbol of happiness and optimism. They represent longevity, love, and loyalty. Yep, I knew there was a reason why I love those sunflowers, because I am a huge sunflower person. Not certain how it came to be, but I just love them. I just think they're the most beautiful flowers ever. Let's see. And you know, there are tools for you to do this instead of struggling like I am here. You can use a weeding tool. Let's see if this will work. Here we go. There we go. If you cut vinyl, you can use a weeding tool and you don't have to struggle like I am here. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this a little bit so I can move this in a little bit further. There we go. Let me not struggle over here. Use the tool, Maria. Come on. You can do this. Sure you can. Here we go. All right. So I said that I wanted this to be up a little bit. So this is going to give me a lot more dimension and a lift, so that when my card is on here, it will rest on that. Why do I feel like it looks a little bit uneven? You'll have to excuse me, because I get really I tell everybody that when you're making craft, please be forgiven of yourself and as of others and things like that. And then I go berserk when my card is not perfect. Hey, way to go, Maria. So for this part, I like to use the glue, and I'm using the Tomboy because that's what's right here beside me. But you can use other glues, and the reason I do this, excuse me, well, there we go. The reason I do use the glue, and remember, when you glue, only this part, the easel part. The reason I use the wet glue is that I can play a little bit with the card, make sure that the edges are even and everything. It's much easier to do that if you have room to wiggle and play with your card. Go. And you see I'm pressing here and pressing down, and here we go. This is the little wiggle room that you need, so that when you press your card down, Okay, so that's my topper. I don't know, I kind of feel like I could put a little bit more little gems here. So I'm going to go ahead and put some here. So when the card is open, you can see a little bit of the gem. Here we go. And my card is resting just as beautifully. I think if I do something here, there's some little tiny flowers there. And I think I might be able to get, not certain if I'm going to like it. I think it's a little bit too big. Nah, don't like it there. Just seems like there's a little flower there that needs a little bit something, and I'm not certain what it is. Anyway, here's the card. Here's the easel card. This is the one from the other day, and you can see just a little bit of difference where this card I went ahead and I just taped it right onto the card, and the only dimension on this card was the little butterfly. This one I went ahead and I put dimensions on, made this a little bit higher, and I have a little bit of dimension on this card. I hope you enjoy this. If you did, give it a like, please. Subscribe, tell your friend that the crazy lady, no, please don't call me crazy. And I do that. Anyway, subscribe and be grateful, be thankful, love one another, be kind to yourself. And you know what? Do not sweat the small things. And you know, the things that you can't control, don't sweat about them. Don't sweat about them. Please encourage others to get up every morning. That is my goal as I live with constant pain. But this, making my passion come true and finally having a venue to do this, is giving me hope, and it's given me a reason to get up every morning. So be kind to each other, love one another, be forgiving of others, but most importantly, be forgiving of yourself. Have a wonderful day. And I will be making this video in Spanish for anybody who wants to see it in Spanish.